What is up, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? It is your host, Galadon, and that is right, we are back with the most requested series on the channel. It is episode number 215 of No Cash Clash. In today's episode, we will be covering nearly 1 month of upgrades and showing you what it truly means to 3-star the loot on a base because, well, due to a technicality, apparently none of my raids have truly been 3 stars of the loot until today, and we will rectify that directly. Okay, so talking about what is going on in the progress base, as you can see, it feels like we're getting a lot closer to Town Hall 13. However, there are quite a few double upgrades left over on the unupgraded side, namely cannons and mortars. The walls are closing in, but in a good way, because they're going to level 13 and we're nearly complete. And the heroes, as you guys are well aware, last episode we began, wait a minute, it's this episode. This episode we begin the upgrade of the Grand Warden to level 40. Okay, now for the raiding in today's episode, of course, we are going to show you just abbreviated raids. Here we've got reverse surgery. Remember when I did the Dark Elixir surgery raid a few episodes ago where we were just trying to extract the dark out of a base? Here we are doing the opposite. We don't need the dark, so we are going to be Good Guy and do my best to leave the Dark Elixir, storages, and drills untouched. Of course, we have to take out the Town Hall, so obligatory Dark Elixir is going to be captured there, but the remainder we did our best to leave untouched, and I guess it's a fun little challenge. It's something to do when you've done everything else. So as you watch the tail end of this raid and Galadon trying to be nice to a fellow player by leaving the Dark Elixir and not wasting it, you could always be nice to Galadon by using code Galadon next time you made a purchase in any Supercell game. Come on, you guys, they made it so much easier. It's right there in the shop. Just click on the little white C, type in Galadon, and know that half of the proceeds from use code Galadon that I get from Supercell go directly to charities. We are also going to be working with Native American charities, with water projects as well, and I've got some really big news coming soon about some charity work that we've been working on behind the scenes that's really, really exciting. Okay, so that raid wrapped up, and you'll notice we left about 8,000 Dark Elixir behind, so I felt pretty good about that. And then, okay, so not every single base is going to get the Gala mercy of not taking out the Dark Elixir. Occasionally, I just go back to taking everything. And yes, this was another near record raid. The Siege Machine and the heroes are just, there's so much overkill on bases right now when you have sneaky goblins and super wall breakers, but it's still fun to roll in and take multi-millions in loot. And it seems like this time of the year or time of the month or whatever it might be is really good for the multi-millions raids. We were finding them every few minutes, so thank you, Lord of Death. Okay, moving on back to the upgrades, and again, we are fast forwarding. This is like 10 days later than the first upgrade in today's episode, and I went ahead, broke down, and used a book. I know, I try to save these books, but it's just, you know, when you don't have any builders free, it gets frustrating when you're at full loot, and I had to do it because really the only other answer is to go to Town Hall 13, and we're just not quite there yet. We're getting close, and I am, yes, going to go relatively soon, this year for sure, but I just think that maybe October is not the month. Maybe November? Let's wait and see. Okay, so trying to tie up all of the builders again. Sometimes it involves doing the boring upgrades, and yeah, man, those are stacking up, right? It's just there's so many of these down there that are not getting caught up to the Town Hall level, and I just don't feel like we're ever going to get those caught up, but, you know, eventually. And remember, if we get them all caught up and we become fully maxed out at Town Hall 14, then I have to end the channel and stop playing Clash of Clans. So you guys need to remember that. Do you really want me to fully max out? Because if I do, it's over. It's the end of Galadon Gaming. Okay, so a Wizard Tower after a few walls, and there you can see once again, frustratingly full 240,000 Dark Elixir. Yes, we used the dark side strategy for a while, but it's just overall it takes longer to train. It's kind of a pain, and I would rather just get in there and go ahead and spill Dark Elixir everywhere and collect as much gold and elixir as we can. So like I said, we're fast forwarding through most of these raids because you've seen them before, you know what the outcome is going to be, and usually only the last few seconds are interesting, right as we get in and grab that last bit of loot. And by my definition, this is 3-starring the loot, gold elixir and dark elixir, but there is a technicality, and if you guys have noticed it, let me know. I promise to fix it. Now right there was a break in the film because it was a break in Clash. We were gone for about 10 days. No, about 8 days. Roughly 8 days right here. So a lot obviously overgrew in the village and we had to take care of everything. We also had a bunch of builders, 5 builders free and the lab free. So yeah, it's just one of those things where actually, believe it or not, it works out to play Clash of Clans at Town Hall 12 free to play and then take a break for a week because so many of the upgrades take a week. Speaking of a week-long upgrade, here is the maxed out Grand Warden final hero upgrade for Town Hall 12 is underway, and it's good and bad, right? Yes, it's nice to have maxed out heroes because we will take them to war next episode. Watch out for that ultimate 3-star Town Hall 12 strategy. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get a few more upgrades done. We break down, and remember, we only do 1 barracks at a time because we don't want to sacrifice the training time that is going to be severely impacted if we do more than 1 barracks at once, right? Just think about that one. It's going to double the training time for your typical army. There we did another air bomb mine, something like that. Okay, here we go. This is the actual real 3-star of the loot. And if you don't know what I was referring to, as we fast forward through the middle of this raid, it is the League bonus, right? You're not grabbing every last bit of loot that you can unless you're taking 100% of the League bonus. That is loot that is waiting for you. Obviously, it's not from the other player, but the game is offering it to you if you grab a high enough percentage on the raid. So rather than walking away in this raid, once we grab the okay, that was an accidental free spell. Once we grab the last of the loot, here we go at 59% and all of the loot bearing structures being gone, we can drop the sneaky goblins to go after regular buildings until we get to 70%, and now that's right, 100% of the League bonus. And finally, technically, what even the most discriminating player would agree to be a 3-star of the loot. Okay, fast forward another day or so. We've got some builder base upgrades going. We've got a wizard tower and an air bomb complete over on the home village side. We have that barracks going, so we're not going to touch another barracks, but we have a ton of regular elixir to get rid of. Let's go ahead and get the workshop upgraded. I was kind of saving that for a time like this when we had just so much extra elixir, and we don't really want to finish the walls yet, because once we get to the point that the walls and the heroes are done, that's a really urgent sign, an urgent message that it's time to go to the next town hall level. And yeah, okay, so as you can see, we've got several days until the next builder becomes free, so it's a good time to pop on over and check out the status reports. We spent several hundred trophies sniping this episode, so we dropped out of Champion League for the first time in months, but I'm pretty happy with the loot that we are seeing in Master League. We're also picking up some gems, so eventually we'll use these on something other than just boosting troops. The heroes, here we are, finally fully maxed out. Next episode, once the Grand Warden finishes his upgrade. I am still streaming daily on Facebook Gaming. Come check it out as we consider rushing to Town Hall 13. Thank you, Galafam, for watching the videos, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You know that is why I love, think about, and appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to the people, animals, on the planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, 215 episodes. That's a lot of time wasted.